Hi. I have a lot of books. These are all the books I was sent in June. I did buy 3 of these. I think just 3. But I'm really grateful for all of these books, and so we're gonna go through them. Hold on. Give me just a second. First is an advanced copy of The Enchanted Lies of Celeste, and I know I'm gonna embarrass myself if I try to say this name, so I'm not going to. I'll figure it out before I start reading it, but I'm not gonna say it. And this one came with a cutie little character art. Please look. Look how cute they are. And also, Ryan signed it. So this one takes place in early 1900s Paris, where there's a lot of the unexpected happening. And our main character, who is a con artist, makes a deal with the devil in exchange for her life. And I am so excited to get into this one. It seems right up my alley. So I'm going to be starting it so soon. I think I have like 2 more books I need to get through before I start this one, but I am so excited. Next, I got sent an advanced copy box full of Simon Teen's My Loves. Some of their books that are coming out this fall that you should definitely put on your radar, so let's go through some of them. Inheritance of Scars is about a teen who accidentally awakens an imprisoned spirit and must follow him into a deadly magical forest to save her grandmother. It's described as belladonna meets Norse mythology, and I think the cover is absolutely stunning. And also it came with these little tattoos. This is 11 Houses, and this is a romantic tale about a mysterious island and the houses that have stood for centuries to guard against the dreaded nightmare of beings who are waiting to strike from the depths of the ocean. And this one is described as Midnight Mass meets The Vampire Diaries. If those are 2 shows you're interested in, you should definitely check this one out. And also this is another one with a gorgeous cover. The Dagger and the Flame is a YA fantasy about 2 rival assassins who are pitted against each other in a deadly game of revenge, where the most deadly mistake is falling in love. If you couldn't tell from the cover alone, this is definitely going to be an enemies to lovers, so if that's your thing, you know, it's my thing. I can't wait to get into this. Okay, next is Prince of Fortune, and this one is a YA romantic fantasy about a magical young prince and a noble seer who fall in love in the midst of war. And then this one is described as Red, White, and Royal Blue meets A Darker Shade of Magic. And also, I don't know where they're finding all the artists to do all of these book covers, but every single one of them is stunning, and all those artists are definitely working overtime because look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. As someone who has been a dancer since I was 3 years old, I have to read every book about ballerinas and dancers that I can get my grubby little hands on, so this one I know is probably going to be a little bit of a heavier read, but this is The Ballerina of Auschwitz, and it's a YA edition of the memoir The Choice. Bridge Across the Sky is a historical fiction novel about a Chinese teen who immigrates to the United States with his family and unfortunately has to endure a lot of mistreatment. This one is also written in verse. If you don't know what that means, it's like this. So while it's a fairly thick book, I think it will be a pretty quick read. Next is The Hysterical Girls of St. Bernadette's, and this one is about an all-girls school. It's a dark academia thriller that is plagued with cases of screaming hysteria, and 2 girls are determined to dig into the deeply buried and dark history of the school. With Love, Echo Park is about 2 Cuban teens who live in LA's Echo Park, and they clash between their visions for the future, the secrets between their families, and the love that's kind of brewing between them. So those were all of the books that were sent to me by Simon Teen, and then Simon & Schuster also sent me a couple of adult books, so let's get into those. First book is a finished copy of The Sons of El Rey, and this one is a timeless novel about a family of luchadores who have to contend with forbidden love in Mexico City, Los Angeles, and more. And then they also sent me an advanced copy of Bright Objects, which is about a young widow who is grappling with the arrival of a once-in-a-lifetime comet and the consequences that it brings, and also the dangerous lengths people will go to in their obsessions. The Wife App is about 3 best friends who decide they're finally done with their ex-husbands taking their work as moms and wives for granted. They're ready to stick it to their husbands and monetize the mental load. And then last from Simon & Schuster is Swift River, which is about the complicated bond between mothers and daughters, the disappearance of a father, and the long-hidden history of a declining New England mill town. And then I was sent a couple of books from other publishers. So the first one is an advanced copy of A Song to Drown Rivers, and this one has actually been on one of my most anticipated reads list for 2024, so I was super excited to read this one. I believe it's Chinese mythology. It's steeped in myth, womanhood, war, and love against all odds as two kingdoms hang in the balance. And then, last but not least, I was sent The Dragon in Winter, which is actually the third and final book in the Cognitive Damned trilogy. And that series is actually about a broken captain of the royal guard who is seeking vengeance after the imperial family was killed. So hi, if you've made it this far, yay, I love you. Let's get into the 3 books that I actually bought this month. So the first one, I actually am obsessed with House of the Dragon right now, and I wanted more of it, so I bought Fire and Blood, and I actually haven't read any of his other books, so I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this one. I just needed more. I needed more, okay? Then the other 2 I actually bought because The Serpent and the Wings of Night is my book club's July book that we're going to be reading, so I bought this one, and then I bought the sequel, and then I believe the 3rd book comes out towards the end of the year, I think in November maybe, so I will be reading these. Anyways, thanks for watching this extremely long video, and enjoying my book haul, and I hope you find some books that you want to put on your own TBR. There's a lot of really good books coming out, so hopefully this brought attention to some of them for you. Anyways, I love you. Thank you. Bye.